Whether it's because you just turned 16 or because the pandemic made you need to learn to drive, getting licensed to hit the open road right now is all stop signs. Our Eastern Ontario Hub journalist Marcia McLeod has been looking into that and joins us now from Kingston to explain. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
All right, Marcia, catch us up to speed. Why can't people get their driver's tests?
Well, let's go back to the beginning of the pandemic. I know it probably feels a long time ago now, but so right away, pretty much by the end of March, drive test centers across Ontario, which is where you can do driver's licensing tests, had shut down. And it wasn't actually until June that they started opening back up again for G1 tests, which are written tests. And then it wasn't until August that we saw G2 tests were getting back online. Those are road tests and pretty important because that's the test you need to be able to drive in a car alone. And then in September, we saw full G tests come back. But it was pretty short-lived because by November, centers were starting to shut down to road tests again if they were in gray zones. December, we had the province-wide lockdown. And now, just last week, with the shutdown announcement, road tests are canceled in Ontario for at least for the next 4 weeks. And the bottom line is more than 500,000 tests have been canceled, specifically road tests in Ontario since the pandemic began.
I actually want to pull up a passage from your article for TVO.org. It reads, drivers describe waiting up to 5 months for a road test, having 3 or more tests canceled in the past year, and constantly checking for tests online, only to see 0 slots at their local test center. On March 29th, TVO.org checked for G road tests at 11 test centers in Eastern Ontario using the provincial booking website. 9 did not show a single available test in the next 12 months. Of the 2 centers with available tests, the earliest dates were July 6th and September 17th. Marcia, frustrating to say the least. Obviously, we're talking to not only young drivers, the 16, 17-year-olds who are getting their G1s and G licenses, but you're also talking to a number of other people, including newcomers. What did they have to say about the frustration?
So I spoke with 8 drivers, and I think frustration is a good word, but another good word could honestly be desperation. I think they're feeling abandoned by their government and have a sense of, does the government truly understand how important it can be to have a driver's license in specifically in this country where not every place that people live has good public transportation, and especially during a pandemic, people aren't necessarily feeling comfortable taking public transportation. And specifically with respect to newcomers, I spoke with 3 newcomers, each of whom have been unable to get a road test since arriving in this country. One man, Redouan, he told me that since he arrived in Canada in August of 2020, and one of the first things he did was get his G1. But he has not been able to get his full G license to be able to drive on the road. And he said it's been incredibly difficult. He takes 3 buses to get to work. It's really challenging in snowy conditions, and he can't even be able to look for tests or look for jobs outside of his own community.
You also spoke to one woman who had some challenges navigating a very interesting and unique one, but nonetheless a frustrating experience. What did she have to tell you?
So I spoke with Maureen Walter. She's 58 years old. She lives in Scarborough, and she lives with fibromyalgia and osteoarthritis. And she told me she started trying to get licensed to drive when walking was becoming more challenging for her. And she's had 4 road tests canceled in the last year. And I think she's beyond frustration. I mean, she told me that she stayed up until the last time her test was canceled. She was up until 2 a.m. on the Drive Test website looking for cancellations. And one of the things that's been really challenging for her is she's on a fixed income on disability support. And she said to me, it took years to save up the $600 to be able to take driving lessons. And yet those lessons have just been chopped up over the last year. Her last one was in October of 2020. And she doesn't think she's going to be able to get a road test until September of 2021.
Now, I'm getting a sense of, driving sort of equals freedom in many ways for people. What have people told you about this in terms of, being able to move freely?
Mm-hmm. I think for some people it's freedom. Like, I think people might have memories of being 16, 17 and getting to use your parents' car for the first time. But I think for some, it's freedom and it's independence. But I spoke with 2 new moms, one of whom her child is only days old right now. The other, her child is 8 weeks old. And they both said to me, it's really about safety. It's about being able to get your child and you where you need to go in the safest way possible. And as well, even just for the newcomers who I spoke to, they were saying, in this country without a license, you can be incredibly isolated. It's very difficult to run errands, difficult to get where you need to go, even to get in the outdoors. And I think that what people have said to me is that it's not just an inconvenience; it's profoundly distressing, and it's a basic necessity in many Ontario communities to be able to drive.
Do we have an idea of what the government is doing to address this problem?
Yeah, so what the Ministry of Transportation has said to me is that once road tests resume, they're going to hire additional examiners to help clear the backlog. And actually, the drive test centers are run by a private company called Serco Canada, and in contract or who are contracted to the Ministry of Transportation. And they actually have a standard which they're supposed to be meeting, which is that they need to be able to offer drivers a road test within 42 days. So you go on the website and you should be able to find a test within 42 days near you or at your local test center. The ministry said to me they've suspended that standard during the pandemic, but I spoke with one driver who she had a test scheduled in 158 days and then it was canceled.
Oh, wow. I imagine the opposition critics are saying this is not enough.
Yeah, I spoke with Jennifer French, who is the NDP critic for transportation, just before we spoke before the shutdown announcement. But she said to me is that her office heard consistently from both her constituents and others during the pandemic that they've been unable to find a road test. And she said the government needs to clear the backlog, but they also need to do it safely, not just throwing examiners into situations which are unsafe.
I know, obviously, a frustrating experience, but any advice for young drivers or drivers in Ontario who are looking to get their tests booked?
What I have really heard, and what I've heard from people who have been, quote unquote, successful in getting a test, is that you just have to keep on it. I've heard people say they check the website every day,
Hmm.
multiple times a day. They're checking for cancellations. If a spot pops up, you just have to grab it immediately. So I think just the name of the game is just checking, checking, checking.
Marcia, I want to thank you so much for bringing another important story from this province. That's Marcia McLeod, our Eastern Ontario Hub journalist.
Thanks for having me.
The Agenda with Steve Paikin is brought to you by the Chartered Professional Accountants of Ontario. CPA Ontario is a regulator, an educator, a thought leader, and an advocate. We protect the public. We advance our profession. We guide our CPAs. We are CPA Ontario. And by viewers like you. Thank you.